Hi and welcome. I'm Grant Cooper from Gladstone Ports Corporation's Brisbane to Gladstone Yacht Race commentary team. And joining me today is Jordan Spencer.
G'day Grant, and g'day viewers.
And back this year, well, she's actually been with us every year, except the dreaded Rona has kept her from the commentary position. Social media's premier yachting reporter, sailor girl Nick Douglas.
Hello, how are you all? My fingers are firmly crossed. It's looking much more positive for 2022 for us all.
And joining us today, our special guest is an accomplished yachtsman, Australia's first ever international race officer, among many other yachting accolades, and recently recruited by the QCYC to oversee the Gladstone Ports Corporation Brisbane to Gladstone Yacht Race of 2022. Welcome, Ross Chisholm.
Good morning, viewers, and it'd be great to be involved in this fantastic event.
Now, normally this segment is called Before the Start. Today, however, I want to temporarily rename it to Get to Know Your PRO.
That's fantastic.
So for me, Ross, for those, given that we're getting to know you better, be it in your race officer career or in your own sailing career, what's a highlight for you that we might want to let everybody know about?
Good question, Nick. Look, I've been Australian champion numerous times, probably 4 or 5 times. I've been at numerous state championships and so on as well. And from a race officer point of view, I've been involved in many overseas events. I've been at the principal race officer for the Phuket Kings Cup Regatta since 2013, so that's 10 years. So it's that range of experience that I think these types of regattas need, just to ensure that everything runs smoothly and in a safe environment.
So Ross, with the start of the Brisbane to Gladstone, we've got quite diverse size and speed of boats. What are some of the difficulties with getting a start away with all that diversity on the start line?
It's exactly that diversity is the challenge, Geordie. You've got some super quick boats. You've got some right down to the cruising division. That it's a matter of making a starting line that's long enough but not too long. I normally work on the assumption that there'll be an artificial second row of the less competitive boats. They'll sort of hang back a bit as they normally do, and we'll get them all away that way.
Mate, not only have you sailed every variety of dinghy out there and keelboat in your time, but did you have a personal favourite?
If I really had to pick one, I'd probably say the Taser was probably the most enjoyable boat that I've ever sailed.
Oh, okay, righto. That's going to lead into someone here, isn't it?
Nick would love that. Yeah.
Could have, of all the boats.
Yeah, the Taser's very close to my heart as well, and I'm always going to be a dinghy sailor too. And I mean, the VX is basically a dinghy with a keel on it. But I mean, for me, you're originally from Melbourne, and you've managed to make a sea change that not all of us dinghy sailors get to make. You've gone to much warmer waters. Was that a conscious decision, Ross, to move north and go up to Queensland and Asia and the Northern Territory? You've spent most of your time in the tropics in the past few years.
For the last 15 years, yeah. No, originally, the only reason I went to Darwin, the only reason I left Melbourne was to do a contract. I used to work with Telstra. And I went up to Darwin for a 6-month contract up there that turned into 6.5 years. And once I've done that, I said, "There's no way in the world you're going to go back and live in Melbourne, or even in a major city." So then I started looking around, and opportunities came up around around the Whitsundays.
Why the passion for sailing? Like, where does it come from?
I started sailing when I was about 6 years of age, Jordan, and it's just been part of my life. I classify sailing as not necessarily a sport or a recreation or anything like that. It actually becomes a lifestyle.
Sailing definitely is a sport for life. I think all 4 of us here have dedicated ourselves in some way to the sport. But being a race officer is not an easy job. A lot of people don't realise how difficult it is. What led you specifically to being a race officer? What are the good and bad bits, and what are you looking forward to most being part of the Brisbane to Gladstone race?
So I got involved in race management purely because I did a couple of regattas where there were a lot of errors made and poor management decisions and yeah. So I said, look, I'll volunteer just to help out with a couple of events. Basically, forgot to make a few mistakes myself. So the next thing, you get invited back.
Never do a bad job well, Ross. Never do a bad job well.
Hey, Ross, with the race, when we go to that starting day, what sort of conditions as a race officer specifically do you hope to see? Like something without fog, perhaps something, downwind start. What are you looking for?
Ideally, I mean, the best spectacle, of course, is the downwind start with everybody under spinnaker and heading north. That's the ideal wish list. In 10, 15 knots of breeze, I guess that would be my ideal.
Ross, look, we absolutely love having you on board, and thank you so much for joining us today. We're looking forward to seeing you at the QCYC, seeing you at the briefing, of course, a couple of nights before, and obviously seeing you in Gladstone as our PRO and welcoming the boats to the harbour city. Thanks for joining us today. You get to know your PRO. It won't be back, but it's lovely having you here, and thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in Brisbane.
Thanks, Grant.